Hello there, guys. I saw this interview this morning online, and in fact, it just blew me away. This man, Daniel Bwala, spoke my mind to the letter, and he spoke the hard truth to President Tinubu and, of course, to Ecowas. If Ecowas and all of its members are wise, they will listen to everything that this man has to say. Please watch this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, and also very importantly, drop a comment. And I'll see you in my next post. Bye for now.
The ECOWAS leaders are going to meet today to consider the way forward. What will be your recommendations to them? Since we are looking for solution, we all know what the issues are.
Right. So thank you for having me. There is a law of leadership that says if you are leading and no one is following, you are simply taking a walk. That appears to be the situation that ECOWAS is in at the moment. As we speak up till today, the American government has not designated what happened in Niger as a military coup. Because if it did, the US government is expected by their law to cease all military assistance, technical support, and diplomatic relationship. The French government has not taken any measure comparable or commensurable to what ECOWAS is in discussion with. You see, the problem we have with ECOWAS, I think, is diplomacy. That is the problem that ECOWAS has. ECOWAS rolled out their threat before ever initiating the role of diplomacy. Now, there are facts that ECOWAS must live by, must come to terms with. Number one is that the Niger military junta will not bow to their threat and sanction because it appears they have moved on. Even their president, the ousted president, was allegedly, reported as having signed his resignation and has gone home. Number two, the military strike may cause a complex situation that may escalate to what we call the Africa Spring. Remember the Arab Spring. And if that happens, then even the leaders of ECOWAS states themselves might be removed from power. Number three is that diplomacy, not grandstanding, is the only option to return to democracy in Niger. And very importantly, even the process that will lead up to the return to civil rule may last up to a year and a half, because it will require the conduct of election. And if you want to know how long it will take, all you need is just to ask our Nigeria's INEC. Africa must reset relationships with the West for mutual and shared benefits. The idea of a puppet relationship will not be accepted by the civil populace in Africa. The political leaders and public officers must be accountable to their people. They must conduct elections that will reflect the wishes of the people, while the respect of the right of minority is protected. Here is where the problem is. There is a loss of confidence by the civil populace in Africa, even on their leadership. Which is why, for example, when you come to Nigeria and you look at the head of the ECOWAS, the president, he is leading and no one is following. He appears not to have the constitutional backing to engage militarily in Nigeria or using the Nigerian armed forces. If you look at Section 5, it is quite clear. Even the proviso in Section 5 and Sub 5, where it says you can engage in a special operation, even then he does not meet that test that will qualify for him to engage, because there is no imminent threat against the territorial integrity of Nigeria, against Nigerian interests, or against the people of Nigeria. He also does not seem to enjoy the popular support of the people to engage. There is no part of Nigeria at the moment you talk to people and environment that you will get the support of the people to engage militarily. If you go to Lagos as we speak and you take a poll to ask, that is the constituency where the president comes from, whether they will support a military engagement, I'm telling you, you will find that majority of the people will not support. So the question to ask is, what brief is Mr. President holding? Whose brief is Mr. President holding? And that is why ECOWAS is in a logjam at the moment, having flip-flop in their policies, having failed. In fact, this is even where the danger is. Even these sanctions that they are placing on Niger without engaging diplomatically, at the end of the day, the whole attempt is to make sure that the Nigerian people feel that the military junta is not a legitimate government, and then they will react against the government. There are theories that said that also may be counterproductive, because every single citizen of Niger at the moment appear to support the military junta because of the dissatisfaction about the West and the influence of their democratic leaders. So the bad side of it is that you might think the sanction is going to press them hard and make him unpopular, and they may convert that into renewed energy to engage against West African states. This is why ECOWAS has to be very careful.